How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of FFVII Live with Tropdon here as our special host. You're hosting today.
Oh.
I don't feel like hosting.
I'm going to go take a nap.
It's up to you. I'm taking a nap. This is your show today. We're at an interesting point in the hardcore mod where we could do like anything we want right now. Like we have just finished the Midgar raid and we are currently beating Ultima weapon, so we'll probably do that. But then after that, we can do whatever we want. I mean, we could go try to beat the game. I've heard that the North Crater is like insane, and you pretty much have to like source farm to even have a chance down there. So source farming might be what we need to do next. But we could try to like see if we could beat like the weapons or do any like other side quest stuff. See if we could actually beat any of the enemies in the materia caves. There's a lot we can do. So yeah, but I think maybe source farming might be the next thing to do because apparently everything else is going to be super difficult without it. I forget what I'm doing. Well, he missed.
So does he, apparently.
He forgot what he's doing, too. Guess we'll just wall. I don't think any of these fights matter. Just wait for him to attack and then... He just fires his little Kamehameha and then... What's up, Daramo? How's it going, buddy? Jagged Pneumatic here as well. How's it going? Cybor's here. How's it going? It's good to see you all. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it, guys. It is good to see ya. Why is... Oh, yeah, right. I kind of forgot already that we have, like, a W item. Fromage! Good to see you, man. Is that how you say that? Or is it Fro... Yeah, I think Fromage would be better.
Omelette de fromage.
Either omelette du fromage or Fromage, but I like Fromage because it sounds like a mage with a fro.
And a nub.
And a nub. Well, we won't talk about his nub.
It's a difficult story.
Yeah.
Bad memories.
I don't want to talk about that. What? Freaking hell, dude.
Whitnoom.
Freaking Ultima weapon.
Yeah. I always hated this part.
It's awful. I wish at least you got a chance, but sometimes he's just gone.
And you're just flying around aimlessly.
Yeah. Feels good. Just to fly around aimlessly. Because most of the time he's just in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like
you gotta headbutt him a bunch of times.
I've realized that the majority of the time he's just in the ocean somewhere and you'll never find him. You know one thing I actually did want to do though? We could go do? I wanted to go get the steel glove.
Okay.
We have plenty of money now. Let's go.
Let's do that.
Grab that real quick. Either Fromage or Fromage. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda like Fromage better. But I don't feel like saying it every single time, you know?
Cheese nub, that's another sad story that we will tell.
I just don't really feel like saying fromage every time. And maybe. Perhaps. I might be into that. Do we have the key yet? Oh yeah, that's right, because we came back here to do something. Oh, we came back to get Kate Sith's weapon. Or no, we did that during the raid. But I feel like we came here sometime. Death is enjoying killing us headphone users? Nah. If this if this show is anything, it's not killing headphone users. I say as loud music starts to play. Sarah, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Builds a salt mound. Builds a salt mound for all the phone call. Cheer won't make sense. No more cheers. I don't know what that means. But thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for the salt. I appreciate it. I appreciate it and I'm confused.
Mound, cheers, phone, cheer.
Welcome to the new Bit Boss too.
Sense.
I didn't get. I missed whatever the meme was. I think I missed the meme. You came back to get the gloves. Oh, so do I already have it? Maybe I do already have it. Thank you so much, Kill Midgar Storm, for the 848 Cricketune bits.
Nice.
And the hashtag charity for my favorite streamer. Thanks, man. I appreciate that a lot. I think I came back to see how expensive it was, but I didn't actually buy it because it was too expensive. If I remember correctly, which I probably don't because I never remember correctly. Thank you so much for the 848 bits. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome to the Bit Boss. And thank you for the host, Sarah Barone. Appreciate that as well. Yeah, I couldn't afford it. I remember now.
Oh, all the 7 damages.
I know, right? I better run. These fights are way too difficult for me.
Run away from everything.
Good to see old Wall Market again. Classic. I wish you could go back to the gym and like do more exercises. Those were fun.
The music in this town always reminds me of the start of like a Bob Marley song.
It does kind of sound like that. It's very tropical sounding. What can I multiply that as a lot of? That's worth a lot.
Brothers and sisters.
Others, probably. Tens. No, you don't really need tens. Deodorants?
It's always in the beginning of the game, you're like, oh, tents, I need tents. And then by the end of the game, you're like, what are these tents?
What are these garbage tents that I keep wearing? These are awful.
But if this were Final Fantasy II, you would hold on to those tents like grim death.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've always, like, stocked up on tents in RPG games and Final Fantasy VII in particular, but once you get Mega Elixirs, it's like, why do I need any other item in the entire game?
Right.
Death destroying the economy one spam at a time. Hey, I'm gonna be spending the money, okay? So I'm not destroying the economy. Oh no. They're gonna do like 14 damage now. Yeah, kind of blew it.
Oh.
Doing 14 damage. Insane amounts of damage. So how have you enjoyed your week of 4-8 Live in person?
I always enjoy it.
As good as it once was.
Better.
It just gets better every time.
Every time.
It's been fun. It's been a good week. We got some more. We got some more plans. After Hardcore Mod today, we got some demo discs from the 90s. Some 90s demo discs we're gonna play, which should be fun. And then we'll do Fan Request Friday as always. So I'm sure that'll be something exciting as well.
Those demo discs.
I didn't have a ton of demo discs, but I had 2 in particular that were that I had, and I remember the one I played the most was of that Kataru Man game, the one that someone is running. Is it Gordo? I forget who it is. Someone in our chat is currently speedrunning that game. I want to say it's like Gordo or Dermo. Probably totally wrong. Because they've only talked about it like once. They like, in passing, were like, by the way, I'm running this game. It was to Sniper. It was to Sniper. That's who it is. To Sniper.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I remember playing that demo over and over again. But I never bought the game. I just played the demo of the first level over and over again.
For a long time when I first got my PS1, that's all I had. All
Was
I had
demo
were the
discs?
demo discs.
Hey, thank you for the 165 bits, Whitnoom. Killing off Cool Midgar. Welcome to the Bit Boss. And thank you for the charity bits. I appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you. And just as I was talking about the sniper,
There he is.
he pops in. How's it going, my man?
What's up, Snipes?
What have I done?
What have I done?
We were talking about you.
All good things.
Alright, hopefully getting into these fights caused Ultima weapon to land, but probably not. I've heard it takes up to like 10 random encounters before he's forced to land.
Always love the bass in this part.
Under the Rotting Pizza. What a great name for the song.
Is that really meaningful?
Yeah. Beneath the Rotting Pizza is the name of the song.
Teats.
It's a metaphor for the plates.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of the first time I read it, I was like,
What?
pizza.
Rotting. First of all,
I swear this guy steals something from me.
a pizza would never last long enough in my possession to rot.
It's true. Oh yeah, so the other day, Monday, Tropton was speedrunning Ni no Kuni on the stream. And we ran into a weird glitch where we accidentally multiplied an item and we couldn't recreate it. So we contacted the other two people that run the game, and turns out the glitch had been found already, but it actually was pretty recent. So it's kind of funny. Like they just ran into it a month ago, and then we just ran into it now. But yeah, basically there's a way to multiply items in Ni no Kuni, but it's a little weird. It's not like the W item glitch here, where it's like, you know, boom, you get a million items. You have to die. You have to use up an item and then die, and then get, you know, it takes like 2 fights to do it. You have to lose a fight and then, or no, you have to win a fight and then lose a fight. So it takes a while to do it, and you only multiply 1 or 2 items, and you only multiply them by double. So if you have 8 of the item, you get 16. So it's not as useful, and it's not as fast, but it's still plausible to use in a speedrun.
Yeah.
Mostly just for money, because the whole run you're constantly picking up stuff for money, because money's super important in that game, because you're really low leveled, you need MP for everything. But if there was a way to multiply a really expensive item really early in the game and just sell it for money, even if it took a long time to do it, it would mean that you could just kind of walk directly through the rest of the game without having to pick anything up and without having to visit any stores.
Right.
So
Or potentially buy stronger weapons and armor that you would normally have left out before because you needed the money for MP items.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of possibility with the glitch. I think with the amount of time it takes to use it, I don't think it's going to be like a massive change.
Yeah.
But it's definitely there. The Tyler Black with the 700 charity bits. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You are the best.
Everyone's so generous this morning.
I know. Everyone's getting hype. Getting hype for the Tropton hardcore mod. Dude.
Look at that. Twitch has raised $78,000 already. That's awesome.
$78,551. Yeah, so the way that works, for anyone like wondering how the charity thing works, they are donating $1 for every 2... I thought it was like... It was either $20 or $200. But they're donating a percentage of every bit that is donated with hashtag charity in it to charity, and it doesn't take away from the streamers. They're doing it on top.
Yep.
It's kind of like if your boss were to like match your donation to a charity or something. So they're doing it on top, and they're doing a maximum of They're doing a maximum of $200,000, I think. Yeah. So we would have to raise. I think it's like I think they're doing like 10%. So I think we have to do 2 million bits by the end of the time, and then they'll donate 200,000 or anything below that. Which doesn't look like we're exactly going to make that because there's only 3 days left and it's only 78,000. But still, $78,000 from a company, you know, Twitch, who isn't, they ain't no Microsoft in terms of money sitting around.
Not at all.
Yeah, definitely really cool. And at the same time, they're doing the half-off subscriber thing, so
Yep.
Twitch is just on a roll. They're on a roll this month. So, I'm not seeing this
So
big
where is
ol'-
this guy?
I'm not seeing him. This always happens to me.
It would have been helpful even if they just put a little blip on your map when he was floating around.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
blip everything else. They blip your sub. They blip your airship.
I feel like this is where the difficulty lies with Ultima Weapon, because he's actually not that strong. So they're like, well, he's not that strong, but you know, it's gonna be a pain to find him.
And I wouldn't even call it difficult. It's just a pain.
Yeah, it just takes forever. Like, I mean, you will find him eventually.
I mean, to the point of being obnoxious.
Yeah. I mean, eventually he lands, so you don't have to hit him.
Oh, he'll eventually just land someplace?
Yeah, if you take forever to find him, he'll eventually land. But usually it's faster to find him and bump into him 4 times. Someone comes in with the 2 million bit donation, yeah, that would be cool. I think I did that math wrong. If it was 200,000 and they were donating 10%, would it be 2 million or would it be 20 million? I guess it'd be 2 million. If they're doing 10%, I don't think it is, because I think there's probably been 2 million bits since.
Yeah.
Because they did it all month, so there's a lot of bits around Twitch, a lot of streams, a lot of bits.
Lots of bits.
I mean, I think I don't know if they were doing it during the little GDQ event that went on, but there was a ton of bits just during that event alone. Yeah, the last time we saw him was Medial. You know, we're just...
So where are his usual...
So he can land a lot of different places. He can land Midgar, he can land the reactor, he can land Medial, he can land... I think he can actually land Chocobo Farm. I'm not 100% sure though. He can land Junon, he can land Mount Coral.
There he is.
There he is.
Get back here.
Just barely out of my range. Almost missed him. Pretty much, he lands anywhere that there's a reactor, first off.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's weapon, he doesn't like reactors. But there's a few other places that he lands for some strange reason, like Medial. Medial doesn't make too much sense. Oh, and he can land in the North Crater, too.
As soon as he starts flying in a straight line, it means he's headed someplace.
Right. Yeah, you have to. I believe you have to hit him 4 times to get him to start flying
I love
towards
how
his
you're flying
destination.
in reverse. You're like...
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God! Back up. Keep backing. Looks like he's headed towards the North Crater this time.
Go ahead. Zap away. Save me
really.
the trouble.
Yeah. Why don't we just let him shoot that real quick before we get rid of him? I wouldn't mind a little help. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna let you fight him.
What? No, why you do this? I have no clue what's going on. Save me! What have you done? Wah! Alright, you're dead. Not cool, man! Not cool! No. Although Yuffie's worse for wear.
He's a joke.
I'm a joke.
No, he's a joke.
Oh.
That's why I didn't care if he fought him. Yeah, I don't honestly think you could lose that fight.
No. I basically just hit him with a comet and that was it.
Yeah, he just... Because he only does Ultima Beam. And originally that one-shot us, but now it doesn't, so there's not much... Not much good old Ultima Weapon can do to us.
So Yuffie's dead, you might want to throw a Phoenix down on her.
Nah.
Nah.
Not necessary.
Saving Private Drop Tongue, honestly. We got this wall. He just walked away.
I had to blow my nose, dude. More important than killing Ultima Weapon. Yeah, so Cloud, we gave a ton of luck. So he's already at that point where he's like dodging a bunch of crap. Oh, and then of course he lands near Cosmo Canyon at his final destination, but you already know that. I think I hit them all. I think that's everywhere he can land.
Final Fantasy Final Destination.
Hey, got lucky. Yeah, pretty much everywhere with a reactor, and then Medial for some reason, and North Crater.
Well, it's because it's where I guess live stream. Mine has a live stream run.
Yeah, but see, I don't understand that. A lot of people have said that, like, oh, well, the live stream's showing there, and I'm like, but why would he want to attack the live stream? Like, he actually like powers up a beam, like he's gonna blow up Medial that's already blown up. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you do that? Oh yeah, he can land here too.
Well, there was a reactor.
Yeah, there was a reactor. Yeah, what makes sense is, like, what doesn't make sense to me is that he can land here and he can land at the old reactor, but they're not functional anymore. So like, what does that matter? I don't know. He does what he wants, I guess.
He does what he pleases.
He's Ultima Weapon. He does what he wants. This one's actually on the ground too, which is cool.
Great camera angle.
Yeah, gotta love that. Just gonna multiply Mega Elixirs while I wait for him to run away. Ultima Weapon's really just a wuss, really.
He's a big wuss.
I mean,
what's there? Oh.
I mean, like, he runs away, even in the story, like, before this, he attacks Medial, and then he's, like, just pieces out. Hey, he actually caught him for once. You can always catch him. He doesn't, like, teleport to a random spot on the map. Like, he actually flies away. You just can't see it, because he flies away too fast. But you can always catch him, like, as he's leaving, and then you don't have to find him, if you're lucky.
Where are you going? Midgar.
I think Midgar's already had enough. I like how you fight him on the highway here. It's kind of neat, because you don't really get to see this highway too much after the original.
And it's actually a reverse angle of this highway.
Yeah. That was weird. Did Cloud even, like, jump in front of that? It looked like he just stood still, but he still took the damage. It's actually staying around this time. There he goes. Burn. Full leg stretch. Yo, Jaganamatic with the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much, Jaganamatic. He said, hashtag charity, ultimate weapon, new motorball fight. He is. I'm surprised New Threat didn't have some, like, motorball inspired ultimate weapon clone, like, mix. I've always wanted to control Ultima Weapon. Never been able to do it though. Been able to control Ruby Weapon and Emerald Weapon, but not Ultima for some reason. He doesn't want to be controlled. You can't tie this man down. Really? He really doesn't like Fort Condor for some reason. Nice camera angle though. Really enjoying that. I can't even see my party!
Honestly, who am I throwing this on? I don't know.
Might be dead. Thank God you dodged that.
Yeah.
Don't die. Couldn't see my party. I couldn't click cloud. Thank God that's the only place you fight there. Well, technically you also fight the Fort Condor boss there, but no one ever fights the Fort Condor boss because no one ever fails Fort Condor because it's too easy.
I do.
I say that, and then a bunch of people commented on that one YouTube video that I said that in. They were like, I failed
But
it.
I do it on purpose.
Yeah. Well, that guy actually has a really good steal. I think it's like the adamant brace or something, but like he drops something that's really good for that part of the game. If you purposely lose the battle and then fight him. So some people do that. I never did. I didn't even know there was a boss there. I always won the minigame. I didn't know what happened if you failed it. I thought you like game overed or something, so I just never failed it. I never knew about the cheese though until later.
The cheese. The cheese is ground.
Yeah, I'm surprised I never lost it as a kid, just out of boredom, but I always liked that game, so I never failed it. Yo, thank you for the 100 bits there, bro. The camera troll. The best kind of troll. It's the camera troll. I just wish that picking a target was always the same, but it's not. I'm trying to think of a game where it is to be a good example, but like I want to say like Legend of Legaia or like Legend of Dragoon. When you pick an item, it's always like left and right will pick your party members, and then up and down will change if you're aiming at the enemy or aiming at you.
Right.
And then left and right will change the target in that, field. But that's not how Final Fantasy VII works at all. It's actually based on the camera angle. So, like, if your camera angle is vertical, then up and down is the characters, but not always. Sometimes it's like up is the first character, but then right is the second one because they're like
on an angle.
On an angle, yeah. So I don't know why they did that. It should have just been left and right picks your party members always, and then up and down changes between party members and enemies. That would have been a much better way to do it. But apparently they thought it'd be better to
make life difficult on people.
Have it based on the camera angle, and then have like every single battle a different camera angle. And I think I lost it.
Well, maybe that was enough. Maybe you were right to Cosmo Canyon.
I actually don't remember if when he's ready he goes right to Cosmo Canyon, or if you have to hit him 4 times again. I want to say I have to hit him 4 times again, but maybe not. I'll go check. What's up, I run out of usernames. Good to see you, man. I said I was going to start calling him Ivarin, but Ivron. He hasn't landed at Mount Nibble yet.
Nibble.
Nope, it's not here yet. He's out exploring. They grow up so fast. I'm kind of wondering what the other Materia Cave bosses are going to be. I'm wondering if they're going to be better or worse than the new threat ones. The new threat ones are really hard, but the new threat also gave you a lot of tools to deal with them. This mod doesn't give you many tools. You have W item and you have source farming, but past that, you just have vanilla Final Fantasy VII, so you don't have like the crazy items that the new threat had, or the innate abilities that new threat gave the characters. You just kind of have the normal characters. That's something we could also do. Eventually we got to go to the battle arena and go get Omni Slash. Not that it really is great at the moment until we get mine, but it's still something we should get eventually.
Will Balthazar get his fix? Keep watching to find out.
That's kind of funny because we were just watching Dragon Ball Z yesterday.
Yeah.
We just watched the first 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z yesterday, so we're very.
That was the series that pretty much invented.
Find out next time.
Yeah, commentators at the end asking questions of their audience.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other shows do that, but it's a pretty common thing now. That's true. Well, I could still go get Omni Slash, but I just wouldn't be able to use it yet. But it doesn't matter because I don't have mine. Without mine, Omni Slash is okay, but
it's okay.
It's alright. Actually, I take that back. Omni Slash is pretty good because we really don't have anything at the moment that hits multiple times. We can't just go get Knights of the Round because there's obviously going to be some super boss in front of it. Normally, you could just go get Knights of the Round and be like, this is fine. And with Knights of the Round, you can use it with any character you want, and you could put debut summon on it and all sorts of other things, whereas Omni Slash is just Omni Slash unless you get mine. But since we don't really have anything right now that does multiple hits, Omni Slash actually would be kind of nice. What's Ultima Weapon's power level? It's over, can't find him. That was cheesy.
Midcourse almost like,
but I'm not telling. I'm not
saying.
I'm not saying.
Why does he talk so goofy? Well, he's a giant snake. He would have to talk like that.
Right. That's just a common thing that if snakes could talk, they would hold their S's. Because we have real snakes that talk, so we know that for sure.
Snake plus that guy from Family Guy. That's how he talks.
Oh yeah.
No.
You know, I've never known his name. I just know him as the guy that talks funny.
Yeah.
Like, I've never. I don't know what his actual name is.
He's got a. I don't know if it's his brother or his boyfriend or something. But he's always like, oh, Jeffrey. Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey. Shit.
Oh no.
We should see what cactuars are like in this one.
I'm just saying.
You think he super boosted the cactuars?
Maybe.
Let's find out.
This island looks like a pigman.
Looks like a pigman. Kind of does. Kind of a fat one. Like the purple pigman.
I love how non-fluid his running animation is.
I think he's dead.
Just a bit.
I don't see why he would go out of his way to boost cactuars when they don't really do anything in this game. Kind of sad. They don't really do much for you in this game.
What's the benefit of fighting cactuars?
As far as I remember, nothing. I don't really know. You can steal something from them, but I don't. It's never important to me, so it must not be that great.
Yeah. So it's basically just one of those Final Fantasy.
Hey, we had
it's a Final Fantasy thing, so we got to put one somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, the island's kind of cool because it's hidden. It's on the map. But yeah, they don't really do much for you. They don't even give you. Like a lot of AP like they do in the other games.
Tetra elements.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, but like, unfortunately, there's not much need for Tetra Elemental in this game because there's not really like a big elemental boss. Once you get the high wind, I mean, like Emerald Weapon, Ruby Weapon, Ultima Weapon, they're all non-elemental other than Ruby Weapon having some fire attacks.
Yeah.
Sephiroth doesn't really use elemental attacks, so it would be nice if you had it earlier. If you had like Tetra Elemental for like
A two-headed dragon.
Two-headed dragon boss, all the Genovas, you know, it'd be nice. But you can't get, as far as I know, you can't get to that island without the high wind. By the time you have the high wind, there's not much need for it.
Yeah.
But you know, Tetra Elemental is kind of cool. Maybe I should get it to see if it's any better in this mod.
Or something different.
Who knows? I don't even remember where the island is because that's how very little I go there. I'm pretty sure it's here somewhere. Where'd it go? There it is. And I already have the conformer, so why not? Yeah, we should see if it's any better in this one. But yeah, other than that, they don't give you anything. I don't even remember what you steal from them. Probably like whatever item gives you haste in this game. They do have 1,000 needles though, so there's that.
Dodge.
Wow. But yeah, and yeah, that's the other thing too, is there's so many good equipments in this game. The Zydrix are just like way too good. The Escort Guard and the Minerva Band are both incredible.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kind of surprised. Earlier I was hitting them fine. I don't know why I'm missing them. There's nothing I can really do to increase her accuracy. Good job, Yuffie.
Nope. Imperial Guard.
Imperial Guard instead. So apparently he got rid of the Tetra Elemental.
What can you steal from it?
I'm pretty sure I have Imperial Guard already. It's pretty good though. Imperial Guard's pretty dank. It's really strong. Even stronger than the Mistile, but it has no dodge percent whatsoever.
Yeah, so you get hit a lot.
Yeah. Good rather than the Mistile.
And then there's a steal. Want to see if there's a steal?
Sure. Just for fun.
Just for the lulz.
If I remember correctly, putting enemies to sleep doesn't actually increase your accuracy toward them, which is stupid. But
because if you can't hit them with you sleeping, then you should pretty much just give up.
Just give up, put your weapon down and walk away. Maybe though, I'm not actually sure.
Put your weapon down, walk
'Cause
away, sell car insurance for a living.
Not a ton of enemies can be put to sleep. You might be able to though.
Moog.
Nothing.
Nothing to steal.
Nothing. But can you be turned into a sleeping frog?
No, but you can't go to sleep.
Can't go to sleep. The wiki says cactuars have no steel and they morph into high potions. So is everyone just cheesing me by saying they morph into Tetra Elementals? Maybe they're thinking of a different game. Maybe they're thinking of like 8 or 9. I don't know, man. I don't know. I never deal with the old cactuars. I'm here for one thing. Ultima Weapon. And Sephiroth. Yeah, there's 2 different types of cactuars. I don't remember where the other Cactuar is in this game. Oh, they're in the desert prison.
Yeah.
And they're a lot weaker. Yeah, those ones are poopy. They just... I'm not surprised they morph into high potions. They don't really do anything. They're just knockoffs. They're the off-brand Cactuar.
Cactuar with a K.
9 doesn't have morphing, but I don't remember what. I don't think 9 has anything, does it? All it has is blue magic and mugging. 9's really steel-based because the main character is a thief. Well, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 9 only has, like, eating and then stealing. Which, by the way, can we talk about how weird eating is, by the way?
Well.
Real quick.
Kuni isn't exactly the,
most normal.
The model of normalcy.
It's true. 9 is a weird game.
Yeah.
I also don't know what they were thinking with Trance. Trance is really bad. I never realized how bad Trance is. Like, because as a kid, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Going back to it now, I realize how stupid Trance is. Like, first off, even with a good Trance like Zidane's, or as some people say, Zidane.
Zidane.
I can't say it like that. I don't know if it's supposed to be Zidane or Zidane, but I can't say Zidane. It sounds so weird to me. But, even with a good Trance like his, it goes off automatically. You can't control it. And even if you do something that isn't a Trance move, it drains it. So, you know, if you have Trance go off randomly and then you steal, it still drains half your Trance. But that's just for the good Trances. Then there's Trances that are just completely useless, like Quina's, which turns eat into cook, which just makes it easier to eat. But if you're not trying to eat the enemy, then it's useless.
Yeah.
There's the other dudes, I forget his name. His is stupid. Like, most of the Trances are stupid. Like, most of the Trances do next to nothing. Like, Vivi's, he gets double cast. Which is cool, but, like, not that exciting. I mean, it's alright.
Yeah, you get to cast some mediocre magic twice.
Yeah. Steiner gets a stat boost, I think? If I remember correctly. His sword does, like, much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, some of them just do nothing. Like, they're just like, great. This is, great. Freya's jumps up and then rains spears down, and that was pretty cool because she's untargetable the whole time. But, I'm trying to think of, Amaranth's. What does Amaranth's do? I remember it being dumb. What's up, Daffy T? But yeah, it's just not, like, I don't know. They're okay, but when you put them up against any other Final Fantasy, they're, like, terrible. Like, put it up to 8. 8 has, like, a unique thing going on with every single one, and you have to hit buttons, and it does a bunch of damage, and that's cool. Final Fantasy 7, you got all the different ones that do different stuff. Final Fantasy 10, you have, like, different, you know, one's a key input, one's a spin the analog stick.
Which I can never do, by the way.
Yeah, Lulu's Fury is kind of hard. I was always really bad at it, and then when I did NSG and SNO, there's a part where you have to get like a 9-hit Fury to overkill an enemy because you need the item for later, and that took me a while because I'm really bad at it. Kills my hand.
Hey, Jonas.
Hey, how's it going, Jonas? Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, Aiko's is double cast white magic, which is like...
Alright.
I always thought, like, why isn't it something with summons? Why is it just double cast white magic? I mean, it can be useful in, like, a really hard battle, but if you're just walking around and you get it, you're like, yay.
They dangle that summon ability in your face the entire beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And you can't use it until...
Yeah.
Get back to my playthrough of that.
Yeah, I need to play through it again. It's been too long, and I love Final Fantasy IX. I don't like... I think in terms of battling, it's one of my least favorite, at least in the popular Final Fantasies. But in terms of story and music, it's one of my favorites. So, yeah, it'd be a good game to play through again. And the Steam version's really good, so it's not hard to just pick that up and start playing it. Oh yeah, that's right. Amaranth has special moves like Flare or whatever that just hit one enemy for a bunch of damage. His Trance makes them hit everyone. Which it sounds cool, but most of the bosses are single target.
That's true.
So it's like when you're against a boss and you want the Trance, it's like, this does nothing. Yeah. So that was why I thought
it'd actually be better instead of hitting multiple enemies once if it hit one enemy multiple times.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, I don't know, trances are like too... Here's the thing, trance is like super specific, like there's a specific time you want it,
right.
But then it also goes off without you being able to control it. So it's like, pick one or the other. Either have it go off without controlling it, or make it always useful, or make it not always useful, but let you hold on to it. But instead, it's not always useful, and it automatically goes off. So that's what's kind of frustrating, you know? I wish it was like, you know, one or the other, like, oh... Amaranth's Trance lets you hit multiple enemies, but then you can hold on to it. Yeah, okay. We were just here. We're just gonna attack Budil again.
Those poor people.
Yeah, they've already gone through enough. You don't think you've done enough here, Ultima Weapon? Although technically it wasn't even his fault. He didn't do anything. He just like came down and was like, hey, and then Sid was like, get out of my town. And then there was just an earthquake because reasons. Is there a reason that earthquake happens? I'm not even sure if there like is a reason. I don't even know.
Just to destroy the town.
Yo, JRM is here. How's it going, dude? The doggo. He's hosting. Thank you so much, man. You gonna be here for a while, JRM? Are you just stopping in? Or are you gonna be hanging out for a bit? Like Ultima Weapon, just disappearing on his own.
Just pops in, says hello.
How's it going, 4A crew? I'm out. The earthquake happens because the live stream is coming up. Yeah, but like, is there a reason that happens? Like, at that moment? Is it because Ultima Weapon's attacking? Or does it just happen to be like, Cloud's going through an existential crisis? Better have the live stream come up and eat him. At this very moment. Oh, crud, I lost him again. You're here for a little while and then work? Sounds good, buddy.
The what face?
The what face? All right. Well, in that case, we got to pause the. We got to pause for a minute. I can't pause. Hold on. Can we get like? Actually, if I click off, the music stops, right? Okay. So we're gonna pause the Final Fantasy VII Hardcore mod for just a moment because we have a special announcement for one JRM HD 91. But a little backstory before we give the announcement. JRM HD 91 has been an awesome member of our community for a long time. He was one of the first fans on the live stream, the new version of the live stream, and one of the first fans to really just start bringing the community together. He was one of the first guys to start his own stream and just start inviting everyone over just to hang out. He's helped my stream a ton. He's helped Tropdon stream a ton.
Not to mention the streams of many others.
Yeah, he's been a mod on pretty much everybody's stream. But more importantly, not just the help that he's given the streams and, you know, the support that he's given either monetarily or just being there, being a mod, helping out, bringing the community together. He just loves our community. He has just been a friend of like everyone that streamed. He's at least been there to help out. Usually he's a mod on like every single person's stream. He's just always here when he can be. And he just loves our community and loves everyone in our community. So Tropdon and I thought we'd do something special for him. It was mostly Tropdon's idea. I just kind of jumped on the bandwagon and helped out. And why don't you go grab the surprise for him?
All right.
So Jerem's been using he's been going through a move recently, and the move's been giving him a tough time. And every time he can possibly stream, he goes to stream on his little dinky laptop, and it hasn't been doing too well for him. So we thought we'd do something extra special for him. We may have done a thing.
We may have done a thing.
This
JRM is your new computer that I've put together for you. We assembled it yesterday. It's got a Ryzen 3 1300 CPU. It's got a Radeon 460 video card and 16 gigs of RAM. It's got a 128 gig SSD, a 101 terabyte hard drive, and it's all yours, buddy.
This is your actual gaming computer that we are actually sending to you through the mail for you and only you.
And
this is yours.
It's yours, bud.
It is your computer.
You deserve it more than anybody. You've helped everybody get their streams up. You're always a big supporter of everybody. And I wanted to do this for you, and Death was able to help me out with it. So,
I helped out very small monetarily, but very much physically.
So
it was mostly this guy's money.
It's just a way that we can thank you for all that you do. And, yeah, so... We love you, buddy.
Yours. It's coming in the mail. You will receive it very soon. And I may or may not put a sticky note on there with a smiley face.
May or may not.
be excited for that. So
there you go. Thank you, JRM.
That's for you.
I'm going to message you after the stream, and we'll just work out some things. But it's just our way of saying thanks.
I was gonna tell the chat to spam thanks to JRM, but they already did it because they know how awesome of a dude he is. Yo, Whitney with the 300 bits. Everyone kick in for charity. Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot. I wanted to see JRM's response. Yeah, man, you deserve it. You deserve it. Don't ever feel like we've done any more for you than you deserve.
It's honestly the least we can do.
It is. I mean, Jaron's been around, and like I remember, there's like the running gag on my stream that like my mods don't do anything, but
I've been fired multiple times.
Yes, I've fired and hired multiple of my mods, but not really. I haven't actually fired any of my mods, but yeah, JRM, like he in the back room. He's like the guy in the back room that makes everything organized, and then you go in the morning and you're like, wow, everything's organized. I wonder who did this, and no one knows that it was him. That's him. I mean, like, there's been so many things he's done in the backstages that no one knows about to help out my stream and keep it the clean and exciting experience that you all know and love. So it's definitely the least we could do for him, and I hope he enjoys it. I'm looking forward to more JRM streams with the new gaming PC. You're fired, JK. I love you. You're hired. No, I haven't fired any of my mods, but I said no tears. Rip. Everyone cry one single tear for Jaren. Yeah, we just have a lot of love for the guy. He's
lots.
And the thing, it's different than like he's just been here. He's just been a lover of the community. He's always like the first person to message people, the first person to try to get together to help people when they need it, and just being that workhorse, you know, that doing the stuff that no one else wants to do. So, thank you, and you're welcome, buddy. Well, thanks everyone. I come on here because I meet the best people just to hang out and derp with, but never expected the amount of support I get like this. I'm always going to be here. That's good to hear, man. I don't want you to go anywhere.
Nope.
Hopefully with the new computer, you'll just be on 24/7. Just kidding. How's it going, Raven1991? This is the Hardcore mod. It is a special mod of the game. One of the more popular mods of the game that came out pretty soon after the PC version was like popular and everyone was playing it. It was made by Giroliv, or as we call him, Jeff. And yeah, I don't know how to say his name, so I call him Jeff. But it basically just takes vanilla Final Fantasy VII and makes it a lot harder. In fact, to do the final dungeon, we're gonna have to like actually source farm and get max stats just to have a chance. So it's pretty tough. And the whole series is on YouTube, so if you want to check it out at any time, you can check out the YouTube and it'll be there. You can type !YouTube into the chat and see my YouTube. Or you can just hang out and watch it here. Or you can just leave because that sounds terrible to you. That's fine as well. whatever you want to do.
That sounds awful.
If everything I just said sounds awful, then perhaps you should go check out another stream.
Breaking Cloud Skillet Hungry name.
That's a pretty cool name. How can I get this version? Just type Final Fantasy VII Hardcore Mod into Google, or you can type Seventh Heaven Mod package into YouTube, or you can check out that series that I just told you about on YouTube. In the very first episode, I explain how to get it, and there's a link in the description that you can click. So either of those things. You're subscribed to me on YouTube? Yeah, so just check out the very first episode of this, Hardcore Mod, Final Fantasy VII Hardcore Mod Episode 1. There's a link in the description that talks all about how to get the mod. And you only need a PC version of the game, either the original PC version or the Steam version. I highly recommend you get the Steam version.
Highly.
The old PC version is bad and a lot harder to work with
I remember when that PC version. Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was not good. It's like a bad port of the PlayStation version that's already broken. So it's not exactly what you want.
Wow, what's that camera doing?
Don't worry about it.
It's seizure time, kids.
He's just dancing. I didn't read this thing that Breaking Cloud said. He said, I agree with the 9 trance with it being a pain, and I guess realistically I can understand the theory that if you are in a fight and get your tipping point, you really can't save that emotional state and need to use it up at that time. My only thought as to why they decided to do that. Yeah, like, the only thing that I do like about trance is that it holds a weight in the story. They don't do that with limits in Final Fantasy VII. Limits are just like
it's not really an explained thing, is it?
No, it just happened. It's just part of the weapon it's just part of the battle mechanics. It has nothing to do with the story. What I like about Trance is, like, and probably the best use of it, as I'm sure everyone would agree, is when Vivi first comes in contact with the Black Mages, and then the what's his name, the wizard, the Black Waltz comes and kills them all, or knocks them off the airship, and then Vivi gets really mad and runs out there, and then when you start the fight, Vivi already has trance. Mm-hmm. That's like a really cool, like, emotional, like, oh man, Vivi's mad now, you're about to feel the burn, and then that boss is also weak against, I think, fire, so, like, if you double cast fire, you do a bunch of damage, you're like, oh my god, Vivi's, like, the god. So, like, it's pretty cool that they, like, do that for the story, but other than that, Trance is garbage. So it's like, I wish it was better so that they could have used it better. That's really, like, the only good part of Trance for me. But I do still remember that part. I always thought that was really cool, that, like, he gets real mad and then the fight starts and he transforms and does a bunch of damage, and you're like, better not screw around with Vivi, dude. He'll blow you up. It's kind of cool. But yeah, it just could have been implemented better. Like I said, the issue is too many of the trances are too specific, and then you can't control it. I wish they were all just like, they do a bunch more damage, or they have, kind of like Zidane is, where it just gets attacks that do a bunch of damage. I feel like that would have been better, because then it wouldn't matter when it activates. But so many of them are so specific, like, you know, Adamant's hitting everyone, and it's like, well, if you're not in a fight with everyone, then you don't want to use it. So the fact that you're automatically forced to use it sucks. And Trance doesn't build up very quickly. So, you know, you're waiting forever for it to come, and then it finally comes, and it's never at the right time. So, yeah, it's just more frustrating than it is useful. You know, and the alternate would be like Final Fantasy VII, where there's all these different useful limit breaks. Some of them heal, some of them give you stat buffs, some of them do damage, and then you can hold on to them and have them ready for whatever battle you think, you know, you want to use them for. So, like, that's why limits are great, and everyone likes limits. Sure, it doesn't have any effect on the story or have any explanation, but it's just one of those battle mechanic gimmicks, you know.